Oh man, I'm going too fast. Oh. Hello, I'm Jimmy Oakes, and welcome to my garage. How we got started into cars, right? I was definitely a late bloomer, I feel like, when I came into cars. I was probably in my late teens when I started to like notice cars being cool. You know, you see friends around town, you think that they're the coolest thing ever, and you like start to save up enough money where you could actually entertain the idea of playing with them, right? So I got my first car. It was a Volkswagen Jetta, a Mark IV. Had a good time with that, met a bunch of good friends, and then one day I saw a 300ZX on the highway, and it kind of threw me for a loop because I wasn't even thinking about anything other than Volkswagens. And I saw this Nissan that kind of just caught me by surprise, and I thought it was the coolest thing ever. And I was like, man, I have to have that. I spent like the next however long in my life trying to figure out how I could afford that damn car. So I parted out all my Volkswagen stuff, did all that, sold those, and then found my red Z, bought that, and boom, I'm a Nissan kid now. So the YouTube channel and the swap was like kind of one and the same, right? Because it's an original twin turbo car, my red one at least, and as like they all do eventually, it blew up, and I was pretty devastated because that was like my pride and joy, and I needed to swap it with something because I knew putting the original engine in wasn't not really that it wasn't plausible, but it's just something I didn't want to do. So at the time, LS swaps, like the V8, was really popular. Like they were getting swapped in new chassis every day. It was like super exciting, and I was like, man, let's do an LS swap because it'll make similar power. It actually weighs less, which is cool, and it's just new and exciting. So spent all my free time in school trying to figure out how to afford it, and somehow everything aligned correctly where I was able to afford it. That's when I decided to, hey, let's document the experience, right? It's what we've been doing, I guess, still to these days, but started filming those videos, and they picked up a little bit of traction. It was pretty cool, and haven't stopped since, I guess. And then, then it just gets out of control. My Black Z was actually like my next big swap, right? Or my next big car. So this is my first JDM import. It's a right-hand drive, 2+2 300ZX, back into another 300ZX. And of course you gotta engine swap it because you can't just leave that stock engine in there. So at the time, I really wanted to put something in it that was a little different and something a lot of people weren't doing. And so I decided to put an SR20 in it, which I feel like, I don't know if you've seen an SR20 in a Z before, but it made too much sense. So I dropped it in, and it was surprisingly awesome. So that car has been through many stages, just like anything else, right? Originally, it was just like an SR20 with a really cheap turbo, because at the time it's all I could afford, all really stock stuff, cheap stuff. And then over the years, every once in a while, I'll kind of kick back to it, because no project's ever finished. At this point, now it has the body kit, the wheels, the new Garrett G25, the top mount manifold. It always ends up spiraling out of control. And now it's ended up being a pretty cool car. And I wish SRs were still somewhat affordable because it's a really awesome option for a swap for the Z. And it sucks that now it's so untouchable that more people can't do the swap themselves and really see how awesome it is of a fit. Because it was really controversial because I was pulling out this iron block V6 and putting in an aluminum 4-cylinder. Usually going down in cylinders is a holy sin, but it ended up just working out. what is life now? You guys are vloggers, you guys get how it is. It's like, you live this constantly, just trying to figure out how to get like the next video out. I don't mean that in like I feel like that sounds very like almost corporate to say that, but you know, I'm still trying to be me, still trying to do what I want to do, and still trying to just create what I want to create, but capturing it is just a whole nother process, right? And it becomes a little overwhelming sometimes, right? Because people want more and more and trying to keep up on it, but it's allowed me to kind of do what I want to do, work for myself, allow my friends to work with me, which is probably one of the coolest parts of it, and allow me to build the environment that I want to live my life in. You know, it's the best part about it. But we wake up, come here, modify cars, eat some snacks, sing a couple rap songs, go home, edit, repeat.
Life is good.
Life is good. It's a grind, you know, just like anything else in life that's worth owning. There's a lot of compromise too. It's just not all like sunny days and smiles. You know, there's a lot of behind the scenes. There's a lot of work. There's a lot of things you got to give up in order to be able to have what you could do. And just like anything else, you get back what you put in. I'm not very competitive a person, but I see my friends being somewhere and I feel like I owe it to them to try and get to that level with them. Because, you know, if you're doing things by yourself, it's not fun. Life's all about experiencing things with your friends, right? So the fact that I've been able to make friends with people, allow my friends to get into it too, and just almost have this really tight-knit community, because we truly are all friends. And being able to experience this world with other people makes it that much more awesome. We're all here for each other. There's no drama, just easy. You know, you kind of get what you give back, right? We give good energy, we get it back, and you can't really ask for much more. That's it. That's it. Oh, now I'm gonna do it? This is it?
Come this way.
Okay.
And
perfect. There you go. I'll see you guys in Poland.